Hello guys, we're back once again. We're getting very close now to crowning our final champion for this YCS season. We're in the top 16 and we got a good matchup coming up for you once again. Let's bring out the players we have. Sophiane, Belkacem from France. Come on in. I must say one thing that I think that our French players do really well is scream for their friends.
I'm very happy. I just want to play Yu-Gi-Oh! My match. Yeah.
I wish the guys at home could hear the crowd.
It's Panama Force. Oh, thanks.
Okay, please take a seat. And we have Sam Pearson from the UK. Come on in, Sam. Okay.
All right. Hi.
Say hello to the fans.
Hello, everyone, I guess. I don't know. Hello. Hello.
Come on, do something.
I look like a Kanto guy.
It's okay. It's okay. They cheered in the end. How are you feeling?
Pretty good. The deck's been performing really well, so I'm just hoping it stays exactly the same, to be honest. So.
Well, take a seat. Wow, you are keen. You're ready to go, right? Yeah. Well, okay. Yeah, we are going to see Sophiane go first. So please, let's take it over to our commentary team.
Welcome to the top 16. We have one brand new match and an exciting one for you guys. It's France against UK, and it's two completely different decks.
Yep.
One in particular is a deck that we have seen in quite a different build, which is the Invoke deck from Sam, but it looks like he just took his deck list for like 2 years ago or something. There is Mech Knights, there is no Shadow card, there is no new card whatsoever. It's probably a going second strategy with a lot of Entrops, a lot of Kaijus, and in particular,
I mean, I see
a really old card.
of Book of Eclipse also. I mean,
yeah, Book of
weird.
Eclipse.
Yeah.
Like, he's playing Book of Eclipse in 2020. It's really good against fusions, of course, but it's very surprising that it's working out that well for him. Unfortunately, he's not going to put too much work against the Sophiane deck, which is Spiral.
Yeah, he decided to play going first build. We have seen a lot of players decide to go for this version. I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Most of them, most of the people throughout the whole weekend decided to go second instead. So I think going first is a good decision.
Absolutely,
anyway.
and he's still playing a lot of Entrops. Drawn and Lock could actually hurt a lot the Invoke deck. And to be honest, although Book of Eclipse is pretty much useless against Link monsters, it's a perfect out to the Sleeper.
Yep.
So you get the Sleeper face down, and if you can attack over it, then you completely nuke your opponent board.
Yep.
So maybe we will see the Book come in end. Outside of that, it seems like the deck list from Sophiane is pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
Whereof now we have seen how powerful that card is with the Magician's Soul. So I would say we are gonna have a really good match here. I am pretty solid that Sam is going in second, right?
Yeah, I mean, with this deck list for sure, because his main deck in 3 copies. He also plays the Mind Control, so among
yeah,
with
it
the
seems
Book
like
of
Sam
Eclipse,
wants to go
makes
second,
sense.
but I guess we'll find out soon, don't we? Let's go to the match and see who will advance to the top 8.
And one interesting that I'm actually realizing is that Sam is playing Phantasmi. We haven't seen Phantasmi so far this weekend, and I think it's one of these cards that really can help you out throughout the entire matches. But
okay, so now we have quite a strong opening from both of these players. Phantasmi plus Nibiru is there, so if Nibiru is not gonna be played around, it could be just game over here.
yeah, this is one of the risks that Spiral has. I mean, going first for sure, you have to combo off, and I mean, he's just playing his cards really fast. Let's see if he can play around Nibiru. I mean, I think he has the chance to go for Appaloosa.
Yeah,
but
he can definitely go for Appaloosa, and I feel like he will probably go for it. Is he playing 2 copies of Assault? No, he's probably...
No,
because it looked like he added another one. So now, I don't think he can play
No, I don't think he can.
around it anymore, right?
No, there will be a point in which Sam will drop the Nibiru. And the good thing is also the Phantasmi.
Yeah, because I mean, it's pretty unlikely, but you can potentially even wait for the Appaloosa and then try to use the Phantasme and then Nibiru, but
Yeah, but I think, I mean, I would activate Nibiru before the Appaloosa comes down.
are you surprised at all that he didn't use the Phantasme on the blocker there?
No, I mean, in my opinion, it makes sense. It just wants to keep it because, like, after Nibiru, anywhere your opponent has a couple of moves, and you can anyway activate the Phantasme. So I think it makes sense.
Definitely agree with that, and now he will be able to just continue. He can even use the Wearer of Tao. And this is the really cool thing about the Sophiane deck. Wearer of Tao is an incredible starter, but you can also use it to get an end trap, like Didi Crow or Droll and Lock Bird, if you already have enough combo going on.
Yeah, this is huge also because you can add the Magician Souls just if you want to put some pressure to your opponent. I mean, there are a lot of cards that you can add actually. Sophiane has a lot of things going on, and okay, yeah, it decides to pick the Magician Soul.
Yeah, and to be honest, even here, if he goes for the Magician Soul, the Disney Nibiru is not gonna do much.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, in my opinion, he has to wait because anyway, he drops the Nibiru. He really needs to wait because, like, I will never activate it before Appaloosa comes down. But I think he really needs to wait.
So. Now it's gonna be the time where we find out if Sophiane is willing to go for an early Appaloosa. If he doesn't go for it and gets a little greedy, then he might be in trouble. Do you think he should go for it now, or is he risking? Okay, he's
still waiting. I mean, it does make sense because he knows that Sophiane had the Magician Soul, so he just wants to wait. I mean, it makes sense. But I think at this certain point, I think he really needs to consider that his opponent is going to
Nibiru now. Yeah. So
well
Nibiru comes down. He's going to clear the entire board from Sophiane. We're still left with quite a few resources, but this is definitely going to hurt. I mean, they're going to do some calculations here. Not that it matters too much, but it might be that he doesn't use the token for a link. That would be quite unlikely though. And now, so he has double mission in his hand. He has the agent, which he might need to resolve. Ooh, and he misses. And the Book of Eclipse is revealed, which means that even if he goes for the sleeper now, he knows that the Book of Eclipse can deal with it.
Yeah.
So maybe Sam is gonna do it actually.
Things are really looking good for Sam at this moment. I mean, he has the Phantasme just in case Sophiane special summon a Link monster. I don't really think.
No, he's
Sam
going
can
for
complain.
he's going for the sleeper, but the Eclipse is gonna be able to deal with it.
But do you think did he realize that the Eclipse was picked up? Or
I mean,
he just saw, you know.
Maybe he didn't, but it's really bad. It's a really bad spot here for Sophiane. At the same time, you gotta consider that Invoked isn't really super aggressive usually. Outside of Purgatrio, but maybe with the Purgatrio he can take it. So we are gonna move here. It seems like he wants to keep it. Something cool that he could have done was use the sleeper on the field spell to destroy the Nibiru and then get the field spell back as he used the blocker. I think that could have been a decent play. Because now the sleeper is weak even to just the Nibiru.
Yeah.
He doesn't even need to activate the Eclipse. And he also has a Lightning Storm in hand, by the way.
Let's see what he picks up.
The Eclipse, we know, the double Phantasme is not going to be very useful, but he has the Alistair. Yeah, and here we see Book of Eclipse in 2020, so for anyone forgetting what it does, I'm going to show you guys. It just puts everything face down. So we're going to see a lot of chain links here. He gets something back with the mission, then the Book of Eclipse is going to be chained, but did he chain it the wrong way around?
I think he did the wrong chain, maybe. Just a clarification with the head judge.
Oh, I think he put it in the wrong chain links.
Oh, no.
Which would be very bad for him. It's gonna see, it depends if he, because in this way we obviously cannot hear the players.
Yeah.
So yeah, it seems like he did it Oh, he did it the wrong way
Yeah.
around. Wow. This is very unfortunate for him. Instead of using the Trappas Celinquan, he did it this way and he lost one ad. I mean, he's arguing with the judge, so we'll see who is right here, but
Yeah, I think he's trying to explain what he wanted to do.
Yeah.
Maybe he just put the chain links in the wrong way.
quite possible that he just chained the sleeper afterwards. So.
Yeah. Yeah, because he flipped in response to Eclipse, he flipped the rescue. So maybe activate
Yeah,
effect and then the
so
spiral.
he doesn't get the car back, and now the sleeper is gonna put face down. Yeah.
And now he can do whatever he wants. He has the Leicester.
Yeah, that's why I didn't like this. You know about it, so I think it was much better to just get back the resort, because now you're gonna lose the resort.
Yeah.
Because they can just go for possibly Purgatrio or just the Mekaba, and just completely clear your board. Then you get to summon an agent back, but is it gonna be enough? I'm not sure. Do you think it? No, probably not. I was thinking if it was worth to use the storm there, probably.
No, probably not.
No.
No, probably not. He's now going for
Yeah, the Almirage.
The Almirage.
Well, he missed a couple steps there, but yeah,
There it is.
Almirage comes down. It seems like okay, he goes for the Gardner.
All
Which
right.
I'm surprised. Because like this forced you to go into Mekaba with it. Well, there were already some targets in the
Yeah, I
graveyard,
mean, he
right?
also had the Nibiru, so I don't know.
I mean, this is forcing him to go into the Mekaba like this, differently from the Invoke Shadow version. He's playing multiple copies of it, which is just the way Invoked was supposed to be played at the beginning.
This is the old version. Like he only plays the mech full package and among with the Leicester.
But now he's pretty open, so he's gonna attack over the sleeper, which means he loses his whole field, and then he's gonna get an agent back or a spiral. Yeah. He doesn't have the double helix, I believe, right?
He does not. No.
Yeah. So he's gonna summon an agent from the deck potentially, and
Yeah, things are getting complicated for Sophiane. Of course, he has the rescue in his graveyard, but there's the Mekaba. So
yeah, it's still not the end of the world, to be honest, because outside of Phantasme, Sam doesn't really have any interaction, so I'm pretty sure the Spiral can deal with just one negate from a monster. But let's see. So it's gonna be Sophiane turn. He picks up Reinforcement. Oh, that's a huge one. You can get the Spiral tough to then force the Mekaba and probably just seal the game unless the Phantasme picks up something. It was one of the best rows here. Let's see if he goes for it.
yeah, he goes for it for sure.
Pretty obvious play. You get the Spiral tough here, and your opponent is gonna be forced to negate it. At that point, you just have the quick fix and so much advantage. He's playing the second copy of Big Red, so he can go off quite a lot.
Yeah, I think Sophiane can come back into this game. Now,
And he goes for the agent first.
Okay. Well, I mean, now he has to.
Yeah, so
I
now
will go for tough.
the tough is there. But at the same time, this is interesting because now when the Phantasme comes down, it's gonna throw Nibiru.
Yeah.
So this is incredible because now we know that, but also Sophiane knows that. So whenever he's gonna see the Phantasme, he knows that Nibiru is gonna be an option from Sam. This is incredible, so close.
This is gonna be quite complicated. He also discarded one copy of Phantasme, maybe giving his opponent like.
I think
information.
Yeah, this is weird because I think as soon as he's gonna see the Phantasme, this is gonna get quite complicated.
Yeah, I mean, would you have discarded the Phantasme? Because like by discarding it, you tell your opponent, hey, maybe I could have another copy in my hand.
Pretty
you know
much,
what I mean?
you pretty much.
I mean, it's like if you're telling him.
But you have no choice. I mean, you obviously want to discard it. Like, you have 2 copies and you need the Alistair for next
Yeah,
round.
but in this point, you're risking an Apollosa, right?
I mean, but if he goes for the Appaloosa, it's whatever. I mean, you can't really do much about it, and it's probably gonna happen. if Sophiane has the read on the Fantasme.
Do you think he did?
Probably. I think he probably has it. If you're in top 16, he's not going for it. So now this is gonna change the game entirely as the Fantasme comes down and the Nibiru is gonna get picked up. You can see Sophiane, does he realize what's gonna happen?
I think he's just realized. I mean, that's what I was saying before. Most of the players didn't decide to play the Fantasme, which is really good. He also drew the
other
Eclipse.
Book of Eclipse, yeah. Which, to be honest, once Sleeper is gone, you can even put it back. I mean, you can get back the Sleeper with the Helix, but this is tough, because how do you play around Nibiru now? You know it's there.
No, also because like this is the 4th summon, if I'm not mistaken, for Sophiane.
Yeah. And you still have a lot, to be fair. But
Yeah, you have a lot of things going on, but you have to deal with
what's also
the
weird
Nibiru.
is that you lost the information on the top card.
Yeah.
So with the Helix, you have to start guessing again. So quick fix comes down, and now Sam also has to think about this Nibiru. Do you just do it here?
No. I mean, I will just wait. It doesn't make any sense to activate it
But then
now.
if he goes for Appaloosa, how do you...
Yeah, but like he has the rescue and then a big red. Okay, no, he can make.
Yeah.
Well, let me think.
I think he's gonna go for Appaloosa here. So maybe it was the last chance for Nibiru. Yeah, I think Nibiru should have been used there. So now Appaloosa comes up, and a little bit of a regret on Sam's side. I think it was pretty obvious that the Appaloosa was gonna come down there.
Yeah, I mean, because he has the big red, he has the rescue. He can go into another Helix, use the fact.
But then you have to pray that you don't know that the Helix is gonna resolve, you know?
Yeah, of course.
So I think, I mean, what are you gonna do? Just keep the Nibiru for next game?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, maybe, you should have activated. There's a clarification now.
Oh, yeah, you can't. That's right. Because
there's
the same name. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, there's
very nice catch here. And now the Sam has more information. So very nice catch. You could say that Sam knew about it, but he probably didn't because he allowed it. So because Spiral Double Helix gets the same name as Super Agent, you cannot summon Appaloosa in that situation because it requires different names.
That's true.
At this point, though, your opponent is aware of what's going on. So if you go for the big red, they know that you want to go into Appaloosa. And this is definitely a game changer. So
yeah, it's gonna change the things a lot. Also because Sophiane knows that Nibiru is here.
Yeah, so Mascherena comes down. He's thinking about it because now he's gonna probably Nibiru, I guess.
Yeah, I think he really needs to, because this could be the only spot.
Yeah, Nibiru comes down and he's gonna clear the field. Nothing too impressive, I think.
No,
but
I mean, I think it's fine. Sophiane can anyway play. I mean, he has the rescue and the big red.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be kind of a 50-50 though,
50-50.
isn't it? Because now the only play that you have left is get back the Helix, right?
Yeah.
I think he banished the quick fix. He also has the mission.
You're right. Yeah.
So you have no other way of revealing it. If you miss with the double Helix, it might be game over. So can he guess correctly with the double Helix? This is gonna be the deciding moment for game one. Is he gonna call spell? Is he gonna go monsters? There is exactly 20 and 20 in Sam's deck, so it is exactly a 50-50, at least at the beginning of the duel. What is he gonna call?
He's now making some consideration. Okay, he's gonna activate the fact.
Did he call monsters? It seems like he did. Yeah, he missed. So he missed on the double Helix, which is probably gonna give this to Sam in game one.
Wow.
And he even gave him an incredible good draw, because part of the stars is just incredible in that spot.
Pretty unlucky. Pretty unlucky.
Yeah, that's it. He just passed back. And now this game is gonna be pretty easy for Sam.
Yeah, I mean, imagine he could have special summon, for example, the drone. I mean, he had so many options. pretty unfortunate for Sophiane.
Yeah,
Nothing
he's
to do
gonna
here.
shuffle his deck, and then Desires is gonna come down. If the double helix would have gone through, this would have been just game over for Sam. Instead, he revealed Desires, and he picks up even even mind control. This is just too much. He can pretty much OTK here if he goes for cross ship, I believe. He just has to pay attention to the trap in his opponent graveyard, but I'm pretty sure this is game over every time.
Yeah. Yeah, he needs to deal 6,000 damage at this point of the game. I mean, he also has the mind control. Yeah, I mean.
So,
looks like Sam is going to win this game one. Let's see what he decides to do right now. I think we'll activate the mind control first.
yeah, mind control, no brainer there. You definitely want to go for a cross ship, or you're just going for Battle's Word directly. Okay. I thought cross ship was probably okay, but maybe he doesn't think he needs to do it, so he's gonna go for the invocation.
Okay, he's gonna chain the rescue.
Yeah, so rescue is getting chained. What can he get back? Just an agent. Not sure why he felt the need to do it right away. Mekaba doesn't negate those, and now he actually gets the chance. Yeah, he picks up his cards. It's enough. So Sam incredibly comes back thanks to Book of Eclipse and Nibiru, and he wins game one. So incredible. Invoked, just a straight up invoked Mac Knights with Book of Eclipse, Nibiru taking game one, and just one game away from making it into the top 8.
Yeah, I mean, it shows that this deck is still rocking. I mean, like old version, old cards, Mac Knight package, Book of Eclipse. It's working out pretty well. I mean, he's leading 1-0, and let's see if he can advance into the top 8.
Absolutely. Now we go to the side decks, and Sam has even more tools.
Yep.
I think he's probably going to get favored now because he sides in even more hand traps. He has Droll and Lock, Diddy Crow, which are the perfect hand traps against Spiral.
Yeah.
And potentially even the Forbidden Chalice.
Yeah, I
which
mean, I think so. I mean, he's pretty good. I mean, if I were him, I will not overside decking. I mean, when you're like in this spot, you really need to consider that your opponent, of course, will go first. I mean, he's going first Spiral.
I mean, maybe though. It's not obvious, to be honest. Because usually against Invoked, you want to go second if they're not playing Shadows.
Yeah.
But are you sure that your opponent is not playing Shadows? Also, with like back in the day when Invoked was released, you could pretty much safely let them go first because they had no way to summon Mekaba consistently. Now, just Alistair alone, thanks to the Gardena and Almirage, is a Mekaba, one-card Mekaba. Which might be enough to just, with a couple land traps, to just stop you in your routes. At the same time, I don't see any card for going first outside of Solemn Judgment.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only card from Sophiane. I mean, if he really wants to go first, they will opt for the Solemn Judgment. Yeah.
Just Solemn Judgment instead of Droll and Lock or like one of those cards, and stick to your game plan, I guess. We'll see. It's going to be close. We might see a Chuo Swift win from the Invoked deck. Definitely close, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's really up to to Sam in this moment.
I don't think we want to waste time though, because they are already up there for game 2. Let's take a look at their opening hands. I see a Diddy Crow in Sam hand, which is one of the best hand traps against Spiral.
Yeah.
Both of these guys have a really good starting hand once again.
Looks like Sophiane let Sam start. Maybe. I don't know.
I don't think so. No, I think Sophiane is going first.
Okay.
So Sophiane is going first, and he's gonna have to play around Diddy Crow. He might have the means for doing that, but so I think that if you go Magician Soul and Werewolf Dao with the goods to send the trap, you play around Diddy Crow.
You can play around Diddy Crow, yeah, for sure.
So if Sophiane goes for the goods and plays around Diddy Crow, then he probably has the entire combo where you go for Tri-Gate Sleeper.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Diddy Crow is gonna be that much. I mean, he's only one hand trap, and I think Sophiane can win this game.
Yeah, but it's gonna be close, so he really needs to be careful. And I'm pretty sure he will be.
I mean, unluckily he drew the resort, so he will need to pass from Unicorn
Yeah.
to shuffle it back.
So here is the big question. Does he just use the big red or does he play it safe and activate the goods first? Because if he goes for big red here and he gets met by a Didi Crow.
Yeah, it's gonna hurt a lot. I mean, he has to activate the goods.
Oh,
No.
oh, he goes for big red. He doesn't play around Didi Crow here. He could have just used the good to send
Yeah.
the trap, and now he's gonna set a lot behind. So he now needs to go for the resort and to send the spell with the goods.
Yeah, I mean, this is gonna hurt a lot because I mean, he had the goods, so
Yeah.
he really needed to use in that spot.
He can still do a lot by sending the assault here, but I feel like it was an unnecessary
Yeah.
risk.
Yeah.
So he goes for the drones. At least he will be able to send something pretty bad back to his opponent, and probably an
Yeah.
Ash. Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
an
for
Ash
sure, Ash.
Blossom.
Yeah.
But to be honest, the Sam end is pretty solid right now.
Yeah.
He has Mech Knights, he has Terraforming Eastern Fusion, so Alistair, that's
Yeah, but at this point, what do you do? I mean, you cannot play around Nibiru anyway, right? I mean, he needs to go for the Helix,
No,
special
no,
summon,
no,
and
no
then
way.
if he has Nibiru, I mean, that's it. But fortunately, Sam doesn't have it.
Are you surprised at all that Sam is not even signing any copies of Mystic Mine? We have seen it like dominate some of these matchups.
Yeah, I mean,
this
it's
weekend.
pretty interesting, and we have seen how a lot of players like abuse of this card. I mean, it surprised me a lot because I mean, Invoke can play with Mystic Mine. A lot of players like Invoke Shadow plays with it. Yeah, it's pretty weird. I mean, he could have played with the Mystic Mine. I think it's one of the best cards of the weekend so far. It wins games, it steals games, and anyway, he proved that he doesn't need it.
Yeah, so now luckily he was almost about to use the master plan there. You don't want to do it. And he's going to go for the unicorn, set back the resort, get the full master plan value there.
Yeah, and now you can continue. You can activate the.
Yeah, now you're pretty much
Yeah,
free to do
you're
whatever
pretty
you
much
want.
done.
So you can go Appaloosa for 2 here. Getting back the resort plus the super agent possibly.
Yeah.
Wow, and I'm really surprised. I think he sided in Lightning Storm going first.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, I saw it there, which is
Because he's playing Tricop in the side deck.
very interesting.
Do you think he's scared of Mystic Mine, as we were saying before?
I mean maybe,
that's-
but it's almost impossible to use the Mystic Mine.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you can tribute set the master plan in a really long grind game against Mystic Mine, but yeah, probably he decided to just play the one copy
Yeah.
in case Mystic Mine comes down. So now again, here you can see the Lightning Storm. It's probably just the one safety net against the mine.
Yeah, nothing special here. It's just making the standard combo.
I don't know if he has quite enough though to go for the Trigate, but he for sure has Sleeper and Resort. It seems like he's missing a few.
Yeah, I think he's
knots.
missing
Few
maybe
monsters.
a few monsters. Yeah.
He also has the option to go for the Didi Crow if he feels like it, but he loses on even more monsters there.
Yeah.
And to be honest though, Didi Crow is not amazing against the Shadow Invoke deck, but
Yeah,
against the regular one, it's actually really annoying because you get rid of the Alistair and then they are basically like they have to wait an entire turn
Yeah.
to be able to use a fusion again.
Yeah, Didicro is one of those cards that substitute the Ghost Ogre that was really popular some months ago, and I mean it's generally good against every single deck, especially Salmon Great.
Yeah, it seems like he is also confused on what to do. He can choose to summon the Phoenix just to protect it by battle.
Yeah.
No surprise there. It makes sense to just try and protect it, and if he goes for the Cerberus too, he could protect them from even one more destruction. Let's see.
Yeah, he could go for Cerberus, and then he has this sleeper with Last Resort.
Yeah,
I
because
mean,
basically if you go for that, then you are protected by Lightning Storm as well, if you go for Cerberus. Because honestly, this opening is quite underwhelming otherwise. Imagine just like evenly matched on Lightning Storm. If you don't go for Cerberus here, you're weak to them. Yeah.
yeah.
So Cerberus is there protecting his field from Lightning Storm. So he would only pretty much lose to evenly here.
Yeah, I mean, as we were saying before, the only thing that maybe led to this situation was the activation of Foolish Burial Goods after it was DD crowed.
Yeah,
Because maybe he could have made the try get.
probably. So now the resort is kept on the field, going full against the evenly matched, which unfortunately is not there. So it's gonna be an upfield battle for Sam. Can he even do anything here? It's tough
It's
because
gonna
of the
be
Appaloosa.
it's gonna be really difficult because Alester is gonna be. Okay, he has the instant fusion.
Yeah,
but,
the thing is, instant fusion is really good because
Yeah.
instant fusion gives you 1000 dice,
Yeah,
which is gonna force out one of the negations. Then you turn it into gravity controller,
yeah,
which means that instant fusion alone is gonna force the sleeper or two negations from Appaloosa.
yeah.
So it's quite unlikely, but maybe he does have a chance. Especially because afterwards, if you cross ship, you can cross ship back the 1000 dice.
Yeah.
So I think that's the way you play this game, but it seems tough. So this will summon 1000 dice for sure, almost for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to. I think this is the only way he can play.
Yeah, if he didn't that, oh, okay.
Okay.
Instead, he goes for the other restrict monster, which I'm not too convinced on because I am pretty sure he targets as well. And that means that he wouldn't be able to use it if his opponent used the sleeper.
Yeah,
But-
now it gets really weird because he's now Sophiane really needs to understand if
Like-
he wants to negate.
I guess this makes sense because Appaloosa is once per chain.
Yeah.
So right now, he's actually kind of checkmating his opponent, which is a very heads-up play. Because as you can see, Sophiane didn't think about destroying it, which he could have done. But now he's not, because if he tries to negate the Alistair with the Appaloosa, then he can chain the ice restrict, and he's not able to do anything at the point.
Yeah, but if you know that your opponent is playing like a pure version of Invoke, would you let him add the invocation? If you just know that he's playing only these
You have
cards?
no way to prevent it, that's the thing. Unless you use the sleeper on the summon of the fusion monster. And now we go for a link which could be cross ship.
Yeah, I think you could go for cross ship.
Yeah,
Yeah.
here is cross ship. Again, one of the most impactful card from the last set. Really strong with shadows, really strong in just invoked in general, and with distant fusion. Also, we don't have to forget about the meltdown effect. When you fusion summon, your opponent cannot
Yeah.
activate anything when you're fusion summoning, so he's gonna force out one of the negations from Appaloosa. He doesn't go for it. Wow.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. He now
So he-
special summon the blue sky, and he
Yeah.
can search 2 Magnet cards.
He gets a lot of advantage.
Yeah. This is gonna be super interesting. Let's see.
Do you think there is any reason why you wouldn't want to negate the blue?
I mean, if I were Sophiane, I would have negated anyway because, like, I mean, it gave Sam like a huge advantage here. Also because he really needs to deal with
Yeah, because
big
now
attack monsters.
he can't do much, and with the cross ship you get back the
Yeah,
Millenniumized restrict. Because of that's what
yeah,
he's saying.
he cannot.
So
Yeah, he cannot respond.
he's playing super well here. As you can see here, he couldn't activate anything in response due to the meltdown. So very, very next level play by
Yeah.
Sam, which now set up the Millennium once more, which is basically gonna prevent the Appaloosa.
Appaloosa, yeah. Yeah, I mean, things are getting complicated for Sophiane because, like, I thought that he was in control of the game.
Yeah, I think he might have I don't know, just messed up here and there because now the Millennium Eyes couldn't have taken the sleeper because it targets, but he can take the Appaloosa, and the Mekaba on the other end does not target, which means that he has everything he needs to just completely negate everything that his opponent currently has.
Yeah, I mean, Sam is showing us that a pure version of Invoke is still super strong. And, I mean, on the other hand, Sophiane maybe could have activated I mean, maybe the sleeper before, just considering that Sam could have left to this situation. But
the only problem now is that he needs to find a way of getting rid of this Phoenix.
Yeah.
Because he cannot attack over any of his opponent monsters, so that's a big issue. They're all protected by battle and they're all protected by card effects.
Yeah.
Which means that the only way right now would be something along the line of Unicorn. Does he have enough though? Yeah.
I think he
very nice play here.
Very well played,
He's gonna go for Unicorn, which means for Barlowsworth even. Okay. All in. Wow. But is it? No. This cannot be enough damage, right?
Are we messing
Like if you
up
attack
something?
over this leaper, you deal 3,000, and your Barlowsworth becomes like 14 more 44, which means then you attack over the Appaloosa, you deal 28 more. It's 58. No, it's never enough.
No.
This is never enough, I think. Even with the double Alistair though, maybe with the double Alistair, it could be enough.
Maybe we are missing something. So let's see.
Because it's 3,000.
Yeah.
Then it's 28, which is 58. Then you attack over the Appaloosa, and it's 29.
Yeah, it's 29. Yeah.
So this would be enough damage to actually win the game. Because you just attack with the Mekaba, you drop double Alistair.
And that's it.
And then it could be enough damage. So he just negates the sleeper here. Yeah, I think he has found a way to just checkmate his opponent. Because now he steals it. Yeah. What an incredible line of plays from Sam. Let's see.
But now he doesn't have Appaloosa right to attack anymore.
Because now the sleeper is banished though. So he loses it. Those are protected, which might mean that he doesn't right away. Because now he deals 3,000 against 850. So
850.
Maybe this is the way he survived. So this is.
I think he can survive. I think he can survive. It's not enough.
But if that's the case, then he shouldn't have gone for the double
he discarded double Alistair. Okay, that's game.
This is it.
It was enough. It was enough, guys. Yeah.
What a game from Sam. It's incredible show of Mech Knights invoked.
Well played, Sam.
Absolutely well played. So let's go back to us for the post-match discussion. I'm shocked.
Well played.
I'm shocked. Honestly, when we looked at this deck list from Sam, we were like, is this really a deck in 2020? Pretty much no new cards outside of Nibiru, and still he showed us a lot of consistency, a lot of ways of dealing with the board, and the Book of Eclipse.
Yeah, I mean, well played by Sam. He really needed. I mean, like, he needed to play around a really tough situation. Like his opponent had the resort, had the sleeper, had the Appaloosa, and he had double Alistair.
Yeah, he basically had the entire combo that you can do with Spiral, and Sam cleared it like it was nothing.
Yeah.
The really important play was the summon for the Eastern Fusion, which pretty much won the matchup of the Million Eyes Restrict.
Yeah.
So that card alone basically cleared everything, because it was actually just chess.
Yeah.
He put his opponent in checkmate by having the Millennium Eyes to counter the Appaloosa and then the Mekaba to counter the Sleeper. Maybe Sophiane could have done more. I think that if Sophiane destroyed the Million Eyes with the Sleeper, then maybe he could have won, but he didn't. Sam will advance to top 8. Congratulations again to him. He is with Luke for the interview ready, so let's not wait anymore and let's hear it from him.
Thank you very much, Marcello. Absolutely. Sam is kind of speechless right now.
Kind of, yeah. Don't really know what to make of that. I seeing that border and the hand I had, I just really didn't expect to win that game too. So obviously quite happy it did. But
I mean, the guys there were just going crazy. That line of play didn't seem normal at all. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I figured that the back row was either a dimensional barrier or it was going to be a utility wire or maybe just another rescue. He would have flipped the dim barrier on the instant fusion. I'm pretty sure he would have done that. And I just needed to protect the Millenniumized restrict and just get to Boral Sword and cheese a win, basically.
Cheese a win, I like that.
Yeah, I mean, Boral Sword's not exactly the fairest, nicest card in the game at the moment, so yeah, it's just one of those things.
It's pretty amazing to see that you are playing, you know, a version of this deck that people didn't think existed anymore.
Well, I've got a friend called Leon, who's on the team as well. He has played Mech Knight Invoke for years, and while his build's like very different to the weird thing I'm playing, he's obviously showed me a lot, and by getting consistently smacked by him, I've learned quite a lot about how to play the deck. So I only really decided to play the deck about a week or so ago. So yeah, I'm not.
That's pretty crazy. So you really haven't tested that much.
I like the idea of Shadowlin Folk back in January because I had a friend in OCG saying, "Oh, this is good," and because they've still got Orcus, Salamangreat, Striker as like huge decks. And then when everything got nuked here, I saw Shadowlin Folk was the thing here, and I thought, well, I don't like Shadowlin Folk because they brick, and you can't play any hand traps. So I thought Mech Knight Invoked is a nice way to blind second and just take wins.
That seems really fun that your friend, what did you say his name was? Leon.
Leon.
Seems that Leon kind of did a lot of heavy lifting, and then you've kind of inherited that.
Maybe a bit. I mean, he has been playing that deck for so long, and he's playing Yazi, Destrudo, Mare stuff, which I felt in a format where so many people were trying to make us go second wasn't exactly the best way to go about it. So, I mean, I did initially just start using his list, but I thought this was making me lose more games than it was winning. So,
I find a little bit of irony in that if you keep on going, he's probably going to take your list at the end.
well, he unfortunately couldn't actually make it to this YCS, but we have been saying to him, this is the YCS that Leon would win if he could go to any, because Invoked is one of the best decks. So it's a shame he's not here, but I know he's been keeping up to date with everything, so I'm sure he's watching this. And
I was just going to say, do you have some words for Leon at home? Hello, Leon.
thanks, I guess. Your anger helped me a lot.
His anger.
Well, you just say he's a very angry person with he plays very aggressive going second OTK decks, so he's a very angry person when he goes through that.
Passionate. Let's call it passionate.
We call him angry because he's not a very angry person normally, but he plays angry decks.
It's kind of uncharacteristic.
Maybe, yeah.
Well, thank you very much, Leon. So that's it. You're going to the top 8. That's pretty impressive, right?
Yeah, so I've normally done absolutely trash at all YCSs. I've bubbled a few, and then obviously came second again, and now I'm in top 8. It's kind of surreal. I'm not really sure what to make of it at the moment. I mean, consider I only really finalized the deck on Friday, and I've not done much testing with it, so the fact that I'm here is odd. So I'm a bit speechless.
Well, that's fine. You can be speechless now, and going into the top 8, you just got to get calm again after that amazing match and, yeah, be able to keep that level head.
Yeah, I sure hope so.
All right, thank you very much. That was Sam. He won our top 16. It's getting very close now. We started with 2,227 duelists. Around 300 started today. We're going to take it right down to just 8. See you guys soon.